For Biden family, as it dey hot, e don happen o. It is crystal clear that Peter Obi is winning this race. Yes, and I say dey happy say as campaign start, as PDP open mouth wah, we know that real colour. As APC open mouth wah, we know that real colour. Now we don know say this man wey dem dey call Atiku is not a unifier. According to Dino Melaye wey talk say this man na unifier, the secret don fall out. Now we are still talking about Tinubu. Tinubu doesn't show say this man is very desperate and this man can do anything to get to that seat. Now dey show. So I want to leave you the hands of this our man Haruna goroh, because he get a lot to tell us concerning these two things wey I just drop so. And please, as you dey watch am, don't forget to share this video, because we all know Haruna goroh is a very educated man, and anything he talk from him mouth dey make sense. Please, as you dey watch am, dey share this video and don't forget to comment your opinion and hit the like button. When I watch this our man Haruna goroh, I see they just put many things concerning our bigger movement.
And he was telling them why it is important for northerners to only vote for northerners. He was even saying, why should a northerner vote for a Yoruba candidate or an Igbo candidate? And I speak as a northerner, not because I don't care about our northern brothers or sisters, and as I've been saying over and over, some people hearing me, Haruna goroh, speaking from the north, and now I'm speaking and telling people that they should vote for somebody like Peter Obi, who is an Igbo person. The moment some people hear about Igbo, all they remember is Biafra. They don't even think about anything. But I'm telling you, for how long will we continue this? We say we are Nigerians. We've got one nation. But why should we segregate? Why should we annihilate some people just because they belong to a certain tribe? And we keep pushing them away, pushing them away. No wonder we are seeing all the agitation. That's why it's important that we get a leader, or we get leaders that have competence, leaders that have a vision, leaders that have integrity, leaders that are thinking about moving this nation forward, not leaders that are coming to build on the foundation of a failed system. With what APC has done all these years, it's getting to 8 years now. What have we gained from the Buhari regime apart from just the increase of insecurity? See where the economy is. Nigeria is not a safe place. People don't want to come in there, and somebody is still insisting we must allow APC to go on. APC's time has long expired. They are playing over time on a failed system. Nigerians, it's time to wise up. With what Atiku was saying, any right-thinking Nigerian, especially from the south, that will cast his vote for Atiku, I think you are doing what I call suicide of your destiny and the destiny of your children's children. Nigerians, have you forgotten how Atiku came out and quickly tweeted condemning the killing of this innocent girl, and then he tweeted condemning the whole act as a barbaric act of killing an innocent student? Then the moment some of the Muslims rose up to start talking and complaining about his tweet, he immediately withdrew and pulled down the tweet, saying that it was not a verified tweet and that it was done against his own interest. So if somebody like that calls himself a leader, or somebody that wants to be a president but cannot condemn such a barbaric, demonic, satanic act that was perpetrated by students just because a girl was airing her view and they killed her, and that's the same person that is telling the northerners to make sure it is just him. What has Atiku done for the north? Hey Nigerians, have you forgotten what Obasanjo said concerning Atiku? If I'm a boss and I have somebody working under me and I'm giving you a recommendation, let's say this person is asking to work in your company, in your establishment, in your business, then you ask his former employer to give recommendation, to say something about him, and then I send the recommendation to you saying, this person you want to employ, the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life that I hate to remember is employing that person that you want to employ. Would you want to interview the person and say you're going to put him on probation and give him a chance? Would you want to do that? Obasanjo was very clear. He said one of the mistakes he has made that he regrets is appointing Atiku to be his running mate, to be his vice. And he's saying Nigerians shouldn't make the mistake of voting for Atiku as president over our nation. Some of you saw how the primaries went of PDP. Everything was just about buying the delegates. And so delegates were bought. They came there already knowing we are going to just put him in. And a party that cannot get her act together, that cannot unite herself, up till now they are still fighting themselves. You know, the wicked faction and all the other different governors. And today is this matter, tomorrow is that matter. And so a person that doesn't have integrity, a party that cannot get themselves together, people are going to the polls, but they are still divided. Won't they divide the nation? And that's why I'm advising you people, be very, very smart Nigerians. And you know, if we're to even bring the case of Tinubu, it's even something I don't need to waste time talking. Any right-thinking Nigerian that is still thinking about voting Tinubu, I think something must be wrong with you. However, this is what politics is about, the right of choice, everybody deciding what they want. But please, I'm just advising you this time around, let's not make the same mistake that we have made. You heard all the things that Tinubu has done. It's actually what is happening between these two, Tinubu and Atiku. It's like scoring on goals. They're making so many blunders. And those blunders, we shouldn't regret. We shouldn't fight them. We shouldn't get angry when they make those blunders. To me, it's making the game very clear, very obvious who has our interest and who has a personal agenda. It's clear. When Tinubu was speaking in Ogun State, even before their primaries, what did he say? He said, Emi Lokon, meaning it is my turn, it is my turn. I put Buhari there. I put so person there. I am the one that did this. Everything is about I, me. So Tinubu is just thinking about not Nigeria. He's not thinking about you. He's not thinking about your welfare. All that preoccupies the mind of Tinubu is, it is now my turn. Do you know Tinubu has this sense of entitlement? He sees us as zombies in the nation, as if everybody has to just vote for him because his turn has come. He is the kingmaker. The kingmaker has made other kings. It's now the turn of the kingmaker to become king. Anywhere there was a time for Tinubu to appear and let people know where he stands, he's nowhere to be found. The time they were even signing the peace accord to agree that whatever will be the outcome of the election, all the candidates will accept the result. Where was Tinubu? Each time he only sent his running mate to go and represent him. That should be obvious to Nigerians that there is something Tinubu is hiding. And have you forgotten what Tinubu did because of his desperation? Tinubu is a Muslim. Who did he choose from the north to be his running mate? He went and chose another Muslim. When he was asked, why did you do that? What did Tinubu say? He's looking for competence. So that's a slap to all of you northern Christians. He's saying from Kwara up to Adamawa, Sokoto state and the remaining states, he's saying there is no Christian that is credible or qualified enough to be the vice. And we know why he's doing that. It's still because of his desperation, because he has a belief that only the Muslims have the power to decide who should be president in Nigeria, which is a lie. As a northerner, I can tell you, I'm not thinking about religion. I'm not thinking about sectionalism. I'm not thinking about Hausa, Fulani, or somebody is coming from the Tiv or whichever tribe or whatever language. We are talking about building a nation, which is what people at Tinubu are not thinking about. Tinubu is not thinking about that. All that Tinubu is thinking about is himself, just to make sure he becomes president for his own personal interest. Have you soon forgotten that Tinubu was so desperate to also get the Christians that he despised, that he did not feel were necessary in his choice of a vice? After he realized that people are not happy, what did Tinubu do? He went and hired fake bishops from the street, some from the open market, and then got them to dress like bishops and told them to come in when they were unveiling his vice. What was he trying to show? To show that no, Christians are fine with it, it's just about competence, which was completely a disrespect to Christians. That's what Tinubu did. And then any right-thinking Christian that will still vote somebody like Tinubu with the way he despised your religion, with the way he despised your bishop, got street people to come and dress like bishop. What was he saying? Tinubu was basically saying, in the Christian religion, everything goes. They are naive, they are foolish, they don't know anything, so you can deceive them. Just get some fake people to become their bishops, which is completely disrespectful. Can you imagine somebody like Peter Obi hiring people from the street and getting them to dress like imams, to dress like sheikhs, so that he can get Muslim votes? If somebody can go that far, connive, lie, cheat, deceive, just because they want to be elected, then what will happen when they become president? Can't you see, Nigerians, that Tinubu doesn't mean well? This person has a personal agenda. These people that cannot be trusted, they lie. Then you want to bring them in as president. And many of the people that are clamoring around Atiku and Tinubu, mostly is because of the love of money. Because these people are dashing out money. And you ask yourself, where did they get the money from? Nobody can answer. What kind of businesses are they doing? But because people are generally greedy and selfish, for the sake of money, they will sell their conscience, sell their people, just because they have been bribed. But this time around, I want to tell you, posterity is going to judge those of you that have allowed yourself to be used in the hands of these evil politicians. The time has come that we must wise up, Nigerians. The time has come. We must take a stand. And that's why I have been drumming this down. I've been calling on us. Let's reconsider what we want to do in 2023. Let's not make the same mistake that we made of electing Buhari and see what has happened to Nigeria. And we make the mistake of voting for Atiku or Tinubu. Buhari will just be a child's play as to where the nation will be. That's why I've been recommending Peter Obi. I do not know Peter Obi personally. I do not know his running mate, Ahmed Yusuf. I don't know him. But I want to recommend them because I have heard them over and over talk about their vision, what they are going to do. I'm going to play again some of those things they have said themselves so you can hear it, as they say, from the horse's mouth. They are telling us they will move Nigeria forward. These are people that are not corrupt and they cannot be corrupted. These are people that want to move Nigeria and make Nigeria a nation that we will all celebrate. Actually, he's been saying that we from the north will be happy, we will celebrate his being a president because he's going to think about us. He will turn the north to a place that people will love to come to, where there's prosperity. But what have we been suffering in the north? Nothing but poverty. But a few of our elites, a few of our politicians are the ones making all the money, and we have remained poor.
But I'm telling you what I'll do, and I want you to tape it, and I want you to hold me responsible. I will be in charge. I and Daddy will be in charge. Nobody will find us wanting. We have the physical, we have the mental and physical energy to do this job, and we are ready for it. I can tell you, we work as a family, we work as a team. When I shot him out, I said, Daddy, I'm not choosing you because I'm looking for somebody from the north. I'm choosing you because I'm passionate that whoever I'm going to do this will be as passionate as I am to turn around the north. I keep saying it, the future of Nigeria depends on the north. I will unlock it because I want to be able to say, I want to turn the entire country into a farmland and use Kano and Kaduna as processing centers.
Any northerner that is still allowing them to deceive you, something must be wrong with you. This time around, we respect our leaders, we respect our imams, we respect our sheikhs, we respect our chiefs, we respect our emirs. But this time around, it's a matter of taking your own destiny into your own hand. You are responsible. Don't leave it to a sheikh, don't leave it to a pastor, don't leave it to a community leader, don't leave it to a politician. Take your own destiny into your hand by protecting it. How do you protect it? Make sure you check these candidates. Who are they? What plans do they have for us so that we can choose the right person?
I'm a Nigerian. I believe in Nigeria. I live for Nigeria. Every day, all I want now is opportunity to create a new future for Nigeria. Next year's election, I'm pleading with you, should not be based on the perimeters we used before. We are now hiring a new MD for this company called Nigeria. I don't want you to hire people based on tribe. Don't hire people based on religion. Don't hire people based on my tongue. Listen to all of us. All of us are going to have a well-written manifesto, a well-written document we read out. But what we are telling now is, who among us will you trust? It is a trust issue. We want a character we can trust next year. Who is more competent? It must be in capacity and commitment to start doing the right thing from the first day. We must stop this abuse of our country based on primordial excuses.
And I've been saying, please, whether you are from the north, south, east or west, we have an opportunity. We have a rare opportunity. This is the first time in my lifetime in Nigeria where I'm hearing somebody speak, hearing the record of his previous service as a governor, that is Peter Obi. I have no doubt in me. I'm so sure that it's not going to be business as usual if we can just give Peter Obi a chance. If nothing else convinces you, just see where the youth are. These are the ones we are saying are the future of tomorrow. But they are not just for tomorrow. We need to give them a chance now. And the youth are all saying they want Obi, they want Obi. Will you say Obi bribed them? Would you say Obi is going to buy their loyalty and their votes? Is it Obi that's taking them out on the street? Many of them don't have jobs, and yet they are so committed and passionate. Can you imagine the kind of Nigeria we'll have in an Obi regime, with all the young people, creative, innovative? Instead of getting into crime, they will all be involved in making sure this person that we all went out on the street, on rally grounds, advocating for a new Nigeria, that we are going to do everything to make sure it works. So that means banditry will be a thing of the past, because people are now employed. People now have jobs. There's creativity. And in these days of technology, these days of information technology, these days of social media, you know, the people that invented YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and all the others. Most of them were young people, but they are today multi-billionaires. Imagine giving our young people a chance to release what they carry, their potential, instead of going into crime and just being on the street. Now we are calling them Yahoo boys. Why? Because you have robbed them of their employment. You've robbed them of adequate training. You've robbed them of releasing what is inside of them. So some of them will have to get into banditry. But we can bring an end to all these things. If you've not gotten your PVC, go and get it. And if you have your PVC, prepare now to vote a person that will take Nigeria forward. Please, I'm begging you. I know there is party loyalty. People are loyal to either APC, PDP, or any other party. This time around, especially with the presidency, leave party loyalty aside. Let it be competence, and the competence, check who has it. And right now, the only one we can trust, and many people are calling and saying the same thing. Elders are saying the same thing. Former presidents are saying the same thing. And everything seems to be pointing towards Peter Obi. We need to start spreading the news right now. Go to the market, go on the street, go to the villages, go to the schools, go everywhere and let people know Peter Obi is the one that has what it takes among all the other candidates to take Nigeria to where she needs to be. So I beg you, please share this broadcast with as many people as you can. We need to unite together, whether you're from the north, south, east, or west, because from now on, don't let them divide us on the basis of our tribe, what part of the nation we come from, on the basis of religion. I want to say thank you very much for being part of today's broadcast.
Okay, now don't watch my be. Also, now comment and share as it hot. And please, if you are new to my page, please follow my page. Obi for 2023, Obi for president.